Hey folks, my name's Adam McIntosh and I'm coming back to you with another creative diary, number 4, I guess. It's been a while since I made any videos at all. These are a lot of work, it's not my main grind, so I kind of just get to make them when I have the time or the inspiration. But here we are. If you're new here, these videos, these creative diaries, they're kind of just a place for me to catch up on everything I've been doing, maybe showcase a bit of my work, and kind of just mash everything into the same place, because we tend to separate so much of our stuff these days. And you know, I do a lot of things. If you're new here and if you haven't heard, draw, paint, take photos, make music, and I just have a general interest in creativity altogether. So yeah, place for me to catch you up, and honestly, just a place to log these things for myself too. I can watch them back in the years to come, hopefully, and kind of see where I was at. I'm not much of a writer, so I don't really like catalog as much as I would love to. Anyhow, let's get into it. Obviously, the title might have drew you in. Something I'll get into in a second. What have I been up to since the last videos? Well, same as everybody else, I guess. Getting through, trying to stay healthy, trying to stay safe, and trying to stay creative, to be honest. For me, that hasn't been too hard. I found myself with extra time and those kind of things. And although that does not mean a lot of money, that does mean a lot of time to create. So that's been great. I haven't been shooting a lot, to be honest, especially not recently. One of the factors just being that for the camera people here, for the photography interested people, I do shoot street with basically one camera, my digital camera, not the one I'm shooting on. I have a Fuji, the X-T3. I only have one lens for it. I have the 50mm. And I got that because at the time I kind of just wanted to shoot as straight as possible and kind of have no warping or whatever, you know, and I still like to be somewhat close. And I had the idea actually to shoot a lot more street portraits. So I figured a 50, perfect. Thing is, around the time that I got that or shortly after, this whole pandemic nonsense kicked off, and getting close to people and shooting portraits and those kind of things has proved a little difficult. Understandably, you know, people are a bit more paranoid to be around strangers and that kind of thing. So I've been left a little uninspired to shooting kind of general street stuff. I would like a wider lens. It's not really in my budget right now. So yeah, I have been borrowing one of my friend Kasperi. Shout out to Kasperi. And it's been really fun to use. And I will actually just show up now a few shots that I have taken. I tried to really make use of the winter this winter and the photography, because if you watched any of these previous videos, or if you go back and watch them, I actually talked about in one of my older creative diaries that I was going to really try to photograph winter, and that winter kind of never really came. For those who don't know, I live in Finland, so you know, we can get very heavy winters. The past ones have not been so heavy, and just haven't really been able to exploit the kind of snowstorms and stuff that you might expect to happen in winter. We had a few of those. Actually, there's another one tomorrow, so I might go out and shoot tomorrow for the first time in a while. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They've been really the only days that have kind of inspired me to really get out there and shoot. Because if there's some interesting weather, there's usually some different interactions happening, people's gestures change, etc., etc. The rest of the year, almost a year since I made my last video, nothing super interesting apart from what I'm about to get into next. But yeah, basic stuff. I moved house and that kind of thing. So just a different part of town. And yeah, other than that, I landed my dream job, which has made me very, very happy. And for those who don't know me very well, or haven't heard me talk about it in the past, is that I grew up for the longest time wanting to be a tattoo artist, and I spent many years, thousands of hours, I'm sure, drawing, growing up. And to be honest, that idea kind of fell off at some point. I think when I was younger, I didn't know how to manage the stress of striving for perfection. And in no way did I ever even get close. I don't even know if you can get close. But I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And because of my work ethic at the time, which was minimal, to be honest, it was a lot of stress with very little results. So yeah, and then I don't know, things went this way and that way, and I very much enjoyed the better part of my 20s working as a photographer, and I had amazing gigs and worked with amazing people, etc. And just loved it, and still do. The details of how I got into this, I think I will go into later. I'm still figuring out what to really speak about. I don't want to go into all of the details. This is somebody else's business, and I'm definitely not here to teach you anything about tattooing and the processes and stuff, etc. I'm sure you can understand that's not my place. I'm a student myself at the moment in a studio, and I'm about 6 months into my apprenticeship. And yeah, it's just I'm not a teacher, and if you want to be taught, find yourself a teacher. But yeah, anyhow, that all kind of came about, like, not completely out of the blue, but something I wasn't expecting to hear from. It sort of stemmed from an older conversation I had with these people a couple of years ago, and I am incredibly grateful to be there, and it's been amazing. In short, I have all my duties, cleaning, etc., and then I draw and learn. And I'm very grateful to have, I work, with 3 other artists who are very talented and very giving in many ways. And I'm learning a lot quickly, or at least I feel that I am, because I have such great teachers, basically, and talented artists around me. And, I get to listen to 3 different opinions on my own work. It just really helps me grow, and it's been I don't know what to say. It's really been amazing, and I'm very, very happy. So yeah, I will show up a little bit of what I've been doing so far. Please take it with a grain of salt. It's very early stuff. I'm also kind of studying at the moment what I'm told to study, which is great because it gives me direction, and really helps me kind of learn more of the fundamentals to grow as an artist and be the best that I can. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I don't know what else that I really want to say. This isn't going to become a tattoo channel or anything like that. It's not my goal. You'll notice that the name of the channel has changed, but that's just because I'm going to start to collect like a lot of my things into the one place under that name, and by that I mean photography and music and everything. So yeah, I'll continue making these videos. I do have a plan to live stream some drawing, but it's also just going to be a place to kind of hang out and chat. Just kind of hope to get some people in there that are interested, talk to people about creativity, almost like doing one of these videos, but live, So I'll leave the links to that sort of stuff down below. Same with Instagram accounts and stuff like that. I have now one for business related stuff regarding tattooing for when I start to tattoo. I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, that's begun, and you can see some of the hand painted flash and stuff that I've done there. So if you're interested in that, please do go give that a follow. I did switch my Instagram account handle for my photography. It's just something I wanted to do, start fresh. And yeah, that's kind of about it. It's a very quick, condensed catch up of what has been going on. I hope all you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments box below. I do want to also incorporate some of the conversation into these videos. If you've got questions and stuff, and I can make entire videos on those questions if there's a big enough conversation there, and I feel like I can have some input which might be helpful. I've done creative stuff pretty much my whole life. I've gone through the hard yards in a way, and I will continue to go through the hard yards to, push myself as an artist. And I feel like maybe there are some things I have learned that I can pass on, or just different approaches and stuff that you may have not encountered. So if that's the case, then I would be really happy to answer your questions in these videos. And yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you guys are all well and safe and staying creative. Until next time. Peace.